Hello, my name is Dale Wilhite. I'm right now living near Panama City, Florida, hopefully for not much longer. If you want to find anything about me, go to MySpace, Facebook, or Twitter where I have an account. This here is a warning that I want to give to anyone, especially teenagers and people in their early 20s, because they're the ones who are usually targeted for these type of jobs. I want to give you a warning about a particular type of job that you will see sometimes in the want ads of your local newspaper. And listen to me very carefully because it could save your life, or it could keep you from finding yourself working as a slave somewhere. There are jobs out there, or people out there, who have these kinds of businesses where they look for teenagers, 18, 19 years old, uh, and people in the early 20s to go around the country selling certain type of products. I think what we were going to be selling is, things like cleaner, something like Amway would sell. And I remember back when I was younger, reading that ad back in the local newspaper. Hey, they travel around the country. That sounds great. So I go sign up. A couple of other people signed up. And about four of us from Panama City went. They gave us, they bought our bus ticket, took us to Pensacola, put us in a hotel room, and that's when we began to realize this was a big mistake. They were supposed to have like a convention the next day at that hotel. It's going to be something like several hundred people there, and but what they don't tell you is that they put sometimes as many as 8 people per room with one bed, and that's how you'll be living permanently from now on. They have a couple of thugs that go around here, kind of like the enforcers, make sure everybody's where they're supposed to be. They all of a sudden have this mentality of you're going to do everything we tell you to do, even think. We're going to tell you how to think now. They try to keep you in your rooms the whole time there, and me and these two other guys and this girl, we decided after we got there, this ain't gonna work. We're not gonna this ain't gonna work. So we left the rooms, and we had to stay out on the streets all night there in Pensacola, Florida, the four of us. And what we decided to do, we were just going to go back, catch the next Greyhound in the morning about 8 o'clock, and head on out back to Panama City, Florida. That is. So we went back to our rooms about 7 a.m. Get our luggage. We found out these enforcers were looking for us. Had been looking for us all night. And apparently they went through our suitcases looking for things. Actually, they're looking for our money. If they could found what money we were bringing with us, uh, they would pretty much might have had us trapped. They wouldn't have had me trapped. I don't think they would have had the other people trapped either. But we were all smart enough to take our own money, wallets, and personal items with us when we left the room that night. Ain't none of us going to be sleeping 8 to a room. That ain't going to happen. They didn't tell you that. So, but when we got there 7, we started to get a suitcase. When the enforcers come in, you got to come on down to the convention in the morning. Down there, it's starting out. Okay, we'll just go down there and then we'll leave. That's what four of us had decided. So we go down there, start to walk in, and the guy up there, the motivational speaker, is points at me and says, "Well, why are the four of you late?" And I just lost my temper and just told him where he could shove it. And he goes, "Well, you're fired." And I said, "Good." And the other 3 went with me. They weren't going to stay either. And so we asked for a bus ticket back. They wouldn't provide us with one. And again, when we went down there on the convention, these enforcers again went through our suitcases. So we had to buy our own bus tickets back. So my warning to anyone out there that has seen those kind of want ads, or to any parent whose kids might want to sign up with one, don't do it. You don't know what you're getting into. And I don't know if the other 3 or one of them ever contacted the FBI or someone like that to take these people out. But these were some cold-blooded people. And what is also apparent there is that this type of business, I don't know who actually, I can't tell you who ran it. But I do know this, they do pick up runaways. You probably do have criminals working with you because you get a commission. And we were told we probably wouldn't even get a paycheck. It'd be paid, cash. There were definitely some runaways there. That's why I always have this thing about runaways. I've seen some of them in my lifetime, so I make videos about them sometimes. And I think there are some criminal elements in these organizations. And again, you could find yourself being held against your will. And they apparently take it upon themselves just to go right through your suitcases, whether you like it or not. Of course, if you keep it locked, they might not, but they may just bust it. But I think what happens is they're looking for people they can control, people they can hold pretty much as a hostage. Uh, And that's a very dangerous thing. I know it's hard to imagine that here in America something like that would happen or is going on, but we have slavery here in America, believe it or not. Women prostitutes who are controlled by the pimp, they are slaves. So don't say there isn't any slavery here. And we hear of illegals being held as slaves and working in these farms in South Florida and Central Florida and all across the United States. So it's quite prevalent here in this country. It hasn't gone away. It probably never will go away completely. And this is the type of slavery that, to my surprise, still has not been brought to light, and no news stories have been done about it. But I can only tell you from my experience, and just to give you a warning, that you do not want to have anything to do with these type of organizations, whatever they are. I'll be honest with you, I don't know who they were. That's the problem. They gave us some type of name that I don't remember, and they really never identified themselves. But what I was interested in, the other three were interested in, especially the girl, was that we just wanted to travel. We thought it was going to be a good traveling job. And, we're teenagers, so. And it'd just be something to do for the summer. If we go back to school. Oh, no, it wasn't going to be, because probably some of us wouldn't be coming back. And it's just extremely dangerous what could have happened. And when they go through your suitcase, when they got big thugs going around here trying to tell everybody what they can do, almost to the point of what you can think, and making threats at you, because I got in between two of them on the way out, these two thugs here, and they just told me, you better get your blah, blah, blah out of here, and I just turned around and said, why don't you make me? And these other two guys that were with me and the girl there, they were just eyes wide open, could believe I said that, because these two thugs were twice my size, but I was so angry about what I got myself into, that I was hoping they'd push me one time, because then I would have had the right to bring in the police to have them investigated. But apparently they were smart enough not to do that. And of course, I was waiting for one of them to just touch me, then I could have fought back. But anyhow, if you know of anybody that's thinking about signing up for these companies, whatever they are, don't do it. And if you ever see one in your newspaper, contact the newspaper itself and ask them, have they investigated who's putting these ads out? And I bet you anything, they don't have a clue who they are. You've got to remember that newspapers don't check these ads out that come through these newspapers most of the time. They don't know who they are, and you can get yourself killed, held prisoner. The girls can get themselves into even more trouble because these type of people will leave you stranded somewhere, and it's just extremely dangerous. And I just happened to see this in the newspaper the other day, and it just brought back memories from a long time ago. And I just remembered, or realized that, no one has yet done anything or brought to light about what these people are doing and who they are. And I might take a look at, see if I can find out who these people are and bring some light to it. And maybe maybe the FBI will take a look at them and investigate them and find out what these people are doing. And then I guarantee you they're going to find runaways, they're going to find criminal elements, they'll probably find all kinds of people involved with this, and a lot of them are shady, and a lot of them are dangerous. But one thing is for sure, they will leave these kids stranded out there somewhere alone if these kids don't follow their lead or do what they're told to do. They'll leave them stranded. Thank you for your time, and I hope this warning gets to as many people as possible. Bye.